The story you are about to hear is part of a tradition preserved through generations. This work has been prepared from oral accounts, research, historical comparisons, and teachings passed down by various practitioners and students of traditional Palo. The central figure of this narrative is Mariatta Ponde. Although many people know her as Mariatta Ponde, the tradition that I have received preserves her name as Mariatta Ponde. This video does not seek to create divisions or impose beliefs. Its purpose is to share a part of history that has influenced certain interpretations that are still remembered today. It is up to each person to analyze, reflect, and reach their own conclusions. Mariatta Ponde, the woman who left her mark on a part of the history of traditional Palo. According to the oral tradition preserved through generations of traditional Palo practitioners, there is a story that has survived the passage of time and continues to be discussed by many elders to this day. It is the story of Mariatta Ponde. A name that has crossed centuries. A name that has reached our time accompanied by stories, teachings, interpretations and debates that still awaken interest among those who seek to understand the origins of certain rules and customs within traditional Palo. It is said that Mariatta Ponde lived during the 19th century. She was a Kongo woman who stood out among many other women of her time. Not only because of her physical beauty. Not only because of her presence. Not only because of her charisma. But also because of her ability to relate to people and the influence she exercised over those around her. The accounts passed down through the years describe Mariatta Ponde as a woman of great beauty. A mulatto woman of elegant bearing. With abundant hair. A confident gaze. A charming smile. And a presence that drew attention wherever she went. Many men were attracted to her. Many admired her. Many desired her company. And her name began to be known far beyond her immediate surroundings. But the stories about Mariatta do not speak only of her beauty. They also speak of a woman who helped others. A woman who listened. A woman who guided. A woman who cared about those who came to her seeking advice or comfort. And it is precisely this combination of beauty, charisma and moral authority that kept her name alive through generations. Among the stories that have reached us, there is one particular account that is probably the best known. According to that tradition, Mariatta Ponde became deeply attracted to a young Kongo man. A young man she admired. A man who had captured her interest. And as has happened since the beginning of time among human beings, she decided to approach him. The stories tell that the two left the village. They walked toward a more secluded place. And there Mariatta decided to offer him her trust and affection. However, what she expected was not what happened. The young man rejected her. And according to tradition, he explained that he felt no attraction toward women. That his interest was directed toward men. To understand the meaning of that moment, it is necessary to remember that we are speaking of another era. Another social context. Another way of understanding life. That response left a deep impression on Mariatta. An impression so great that it influenced her thinking and her later decisions. Tradition states that Mariatta returned to the Cabildo deeply affected. And that there she explained what had happened to the elders who directed those gatherings. It was then that she began to defend the idea that such individuals should not be admitted into certain traditional initiations. According to the preserved accounts, her argument was based on the belief that they had betrayed the expectations their parents had held at the time of their birth. As time passed, those ideas were repeated. They were discussed. They were defended by some. And they were incorporated into certain traditional interpretations that have reached our time. This is how oral tradition connects the name of Mariatta Ponde with the emergence of certain restrictions that later became known within some sectors of traditional Palo. Now then, beyond whether a person agrees or disagrees with those decisions, beyond the differences of opinion that exist today, What is truly important is to understand the history, to understand the context, to understand the era, and to understand the circumstances that surrounded those events. Because only by understanding history is it possible to understand how certain rules came into existence and endured to the present day. The story of Mariatta Ponde continues to be part of the oral heritage preserved by many practitioners of traditional Palo. And like any story that has survived through generations, it deserves to be studied, analyzed and understood with respect. Not through hatred. Not through division. Not through controversy. But through a sincere desire to know our roots and to understand the path walked by those who came before us. For that reason, I have chosen to share this reflection. Not as an imposition. Not as an absolute truth. But as part of the historical and traditional legacy that has reached us through time. Because knowledge that is not preserved eventually disappears. And when memory disappears, a part of our history disappears with it. In my next video, I will be sharing another topic that has generated debate for decades. I am referring to retirement in Palo. Its origin, its history, and the different positions that exist regarding this subject. And later I will share a third work dedicated to Andres Petty and the emergence of what eventually became known as the Nkisa rule. A subject that also deserves to be studied with depth, serenity and respect. Sincerely, Professor José Alberto Espinosa Barrero. Tata Nkisi Nkiza Luyente Kongo. Oní Shangó ObáOlóYú.